Hey, bud.
Hey, what's going on, Michael?
How you doing, buddy?
Oh, you know what? It's been a crazy week. Trying to get through stuff, but I'm happy that I'm here today and we're gonna have a little Q&A discussion. I think I'm ready for this, and yeah, we'll just have a fun time, laid back tonight.
I like it.
All right, let's keep going, guys. All right, man. So, how was your week?
Week was great. Week was great. I watched the show that we're going to talk about twice this week. It was so good. The Hobby.
The Hobby.
Yeah.
We are going to talk about The Hobby. Those
Yeah.
who don't know, this is a documentary that came out first of the year here, and it is about the card market in the last couple years when we had a right after COVID and what prices were doing with collectibles. And we're going to talk about it and kind of talk about what we feel our opinion is for future stuff. But at the same time, yeah, if anybody has any questions, feel free to chime in at any time with questions. And hopefully, if we can't get a discussion going, I got some audio that we can use. Not too sure about a video that we were trying to put together too, me and Michael, but we'll use some audio if we have to, and we'll just kind of have a discussion.
Perfect. And your week? I know you got a new phone.
It is a new phone number, yes.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But that's about it.
Okay. All right.
Crazy week that you know what happened, but yeah, I'm just right now just trying to live day by day. So
That's it, man. That's it. And you're here. That's
I'm
it.
here. So
You're here.
so for the first time, and you don't know this, but for the first time, I invited the crowd over at Facebook. And when I say invited, I have a group, which is the Marvel card collector content. Anybody that wants to know about Marvel cards or non-sports cards in general, yeah, it should be actually over on Facebook right now on my little group that I have going. So
Awesome. That's great. Do it. Let's do that more. I like that.
yeah, I think I might talk to you a little bit about it. We might revamp it a little bit. Me and Michael might, but it's just something that I think we should start with the channel. For those don't have YouTube and they have Facebook, it's just another way to see what's going on.
I like it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I can do that. Hold on. There we go. Marvel Madness above and cool cards over there. There we go.
I saw the comment, Chris, but I don't know how to do that. So I was waiting for Josh to do it. So
yeah. No, we're happy to. Yeah, it's great. So, well, I'm gonna actually have you start off, Michael, explaining this because you're the one that brought this to me, and maybe have some of your feelings on it. And
yeah, so there is a documentary out on Amazon and I think Apple TV that it's called The Hobby, and it is the best show I've ever seen in my entire life. No offense to our show, no offense to anybody else's show, but the best show I've ever seen on trading cards. And there's a lot of little clues in the show about where the future of the hobby's going. They bring up the first trading card ever in the 1800s, and they take you through the history of trading cards, non-sports, sports. They talk about some of the biggest collectors and players of all time. They've got Probstein that, he controls the Michael Jordan rookie market with all of his gem mint rookies. They've got the big auction houses. They take you behind the scenes. It's just an epic show called The Hobby. And I've made a lot of notes that I want to cover about how this affects our actual hobby that we're in, the non-sports section. So,
Okay.
but that's it in a nutshell. And anybody that hadn't seen it, it is worth every penny of the $5 or whatever it is to rent it. Every penny. It's incredible.
Yeah, and I don't know if I can add this real quick.
Oh yeah, it looks good.
But just to kind of let you know, there's no, I don't think there's an audio right now on it. But you can at least see that this is where it talks about what the hobby is. It's got some people that like Josh Luber, who is head of Fanatics, as well as a big shout out to Sports Card Nonsense, um, Jesse and Mike Giuseppe. They actually have been on our channel. And Mike Giuseppe actually collects a couple Marvel cards here and there, and Jesse does dabble into some of the non-sports as well. So it was pretty cool seeing the actual. There's Mike Giuseppe right there. It was cool seeing some of their stories and how it came into play. I just didn't know that he was actually in it, the sports card nonsense, because I follow them and watch them, and it's been pretty cool. Even this Danny Sanchez, she's actually big into Pokemon. She had a really good story in there as well, but just really good stories to explain kind of background of trading cards, and then how the boom affected them, and then sometimes just where the hobby is today, you know. So
And I really like Josh Luber. And for those of you that don't know who he is, he's the founder of StockX, and he was the chief vision officer of Fanatics. And Fanatics has the license for MLB, MLS, NBA, NFL, NHL, NASCAR, Formula One, WWE for clothes, and now they own what, Topps, Bowman, and every other card company besides Panini. Is that right?
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I can't say enough about Josh Luber. I mean, I want to be friends with a guy. Like, I'm really going to reach out to him and talk to him, because he really blew me away. I mean, he took his concept and he turned it into a $10 billion company. I mean, that's in 2 years. I want to share some of his quotes real quick, if that's cool.
go ahead, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
Josh Luber, again, one of the most influential people, I think, in all of cards, in the history of cards. He quoted and said, non-sports cards is a big deal and it will continue to be a big deal. So that was cool. He said there's still such a small number of people that actually collect cards, both non-sports and sports cards. So that, when he said that, he was referencing the fact that the market is huge, untapped. There's so many people out there that aren't in the trading card market and don't even, they haven't been in it, but they would get in it with the right card. So, and he said that when trading cards truly become integrated into culture for non-sports, he said that it'll 10x or 20x or 50x the industry, which is really, really cool. Yeah, I mean, I love this guy, Josh. I love the guy because he was a collector at heart. He bought and sold, and then he collected and sold. He did both sides of the hobby, right? The investor side, obviously, and the
Correct.
collector side. And he showed his collection, and he's got stories where he was bidding on a Peyton Manning collection. Peyton Manning was bidding against him. So it's just an incredible documentary, and I can't say enough good things about it. So
Yeah, and I mean, like I was able to watch it too, and I have some audio. Do you want to play the audio, Michael? It's totally up to you if you want to do it or not.
no, if that's fine. This is a taste. If you want to play it, it's a taste of what
It
the
is.
show's about. Yeah,
It
obviously it's a million times better with visual, but
Correct.
but at least if you play the short audio, they'll get a.
Let me just play this, guys, and then we might talk a little bit through it a little bit, just to explain who's who, since you can't see the video. Okay,
Yeah.
So here we go.
Pokemon is the biggest entertainment franchise in the world, bigger than Marvel. Pokemon is bigger than Marvel Universe, if you realize how huge the scale is. In the card world, we make a very distinct distinction. There's sports and there's non-sports.
Now, when he said, I just wanted to loop in, when he said Pokemon is bigger than Marvel, he's meaning trading cards, because at the same time, like with Marvel Universe, Cinematic Universe, that's a whole heck of a lot bigger than like the Pokemon movie franchise, right?
Sure.
And the Pokemon.
Yeah.
So.
I'm Bob Means, Director of Trading Cards at eBay. We see a world where what happened in trading cards is going to happen in other collectibles. We're already seeing it. Even if you just step away from sports trading cards for a second, you can see it happening what we call non-sports trading cards. So this is going to be Star Wars cards. This is going to be Garbage Pail Kids. Recently, most interesting is Marvel cards. Marvel's red hot out there right now, right? You've got all the shows streaming, you've got all the movies coming out, massive blockbusters. Well, we're seeing people go buy the cards.
In doing that.
All right, Josh, I got to know something. I love the non-sports.
So just to kind of break in, this right here is Jesse from non-sport card nonsense. Sorry. It's a podcast done by Jesse as well as Mike Giuseppe. And they have Josh Luber on right now. And Josh is talking about non-sport cards.
Side of this card hobby. And
But I will say that I am also a huge fan of non-sport cards and believe that very much as a collector. And so I don't know, maybe those things will converge.
That's a yes. All right, breaking news. Next question.
Else you could ask them.
Not only for sports cards and things that we do, but for non-sport cards, for making trading cards of rappers and musicians and designers and artists and everything else. The whole industry will be 10x, 20x, 50x of what it is today, right? There's enough people out there who believe that. That's why, Michael and the Fanatics team, believed in me and the vision for it. And we have a hard job ahead of us, but God, it's fun. We get to make baseball cards. Like, it's an extraordinary place to be. We'll see where the story goes from here. It's just the beginning.
Oh, sorry. Thought it was.
There's a minute left. It's fine.
Okay. No, I just wanted to say that one of the things that I love about Fanatics as a company is their two main top obsessions that they're trying to push and they're, I think, accomplishing is growth, obviously, a lot of growth. And with that, they're going to get a lot of people, a lot of industries into trading cards that have never been into trading cards before, which I think is really smart and interesting,
Yeah.
So,
let me play this last minute, guys.
Yeah.
And some of it is with Josh Luber and others.
Crash. Are we headed for a crash? No. You have to have a lot of people that want to stop putting money into it and don't want those cards anymore. And I don't think that's the case. Sure, a lot of people have come into the market, but there are way more potential collectors out there than exist.
There's still a lot of growth to be had. Athletes are getting involved. Celebrities are getting involved. I think it's great. Anything that generates interest and can bring new people into the market.
Yeah, if I ever go broke, I won't sell. He's my backup plan. There's all types of celebrities you read about that collect trading cards because they grew up with them.
This is my birthday present from Wizards. I love you guys.
That was Post Malone showing a Wizards some sort of promo type card from Magic. So that's going to be interesting. The Magic and Marvel thing that's going to be coming sooner than later.
Yeah.
I think if it's not this year, it'll be 2025 that co-op is going to happen. And it's just fascinating to see this documentary because it actually brings in what we went through. Those who have been in the hobby the last 3 years since COVID. We lived it, we saw it. It was way interesting. And so, was there a crash? I mean, yeah, the market is in a hole. The country, the economy is just not doing hot. But what's funny about it is people are still buying. People are still looking at these collectibles because some people look at it as a hedge, instead of a 401k. They can actually hedge into this. And that's a little bit about what the documentary talks about, that what I took video on, it didn't really show, so.
And to me, I see the crash since this was released and, since the hype, since COVID and all that, crash, the quote unquote crash that we've seen, I would say 95% of those cards are still going for more than they were pre-COVID anyway.
Well, and it was more of a leveled out thing that happened.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they found a new floor, would you say? But
Yeah, they did.
with that floor, it just depends on what it is and when it is. Like they said in the documentary, and this was a unique thing that I wanted to bring up, is you can look at a baseball trading card and the way that it sells and everything like that on the market, and you can see, okay, in 6 months it's going to go up $20 or it's going to go down $20. With actually the collectible market, or when I say Marvel cards, is because as it's just not as known as baseball cards or Pokemon, and so there's rarity to Marvel cards and some other non-sports that are out there, and
Yeah.
so it says that there's not really like if there's a collector out there that wants that card, it's different than just a regular market, you know. So
No doubt. I mean, Marvel cards is one of the smallest markets. It has the smallest, I'm not going to say it has the smallest. It has one of the smallest followings, collectors, people that buy them of any type of trading card that exists from what I've seen. And that to me means a shit ton of growth is possible, you know, like a lot. I mean, that's incredible. And if anybody just joined and doesn't know what we're talking about The Hobby. It is an epic documentary about trading cards. You got to watch it. If you need the $5, let me know.
Here's the end part real quick.
You got to watch it.
Collect things for one simple reason, other than profit: nostalgia. It's all about nostalgia. It's what it means to you.
The way I view it is art, history, business, and sports. So I tend to think that looking at the growth, where we've been, where we've come, and where we're going, I truly think we're just at the tip of the iceberg here. So exciting times ahead for sure.
So that was the end part that I had of the video. Again, I apologize. We apologize that the video, I just couldn't get it uploaded in time. So apologies for that. But just go out and check it out. I actually rented mine for $4.50. It was on sale. So. And I just rented it, and then I recorded a bunch of bits and pieces that I liked of it and saved it. So, but it's just a great documentary, like Michael said, that just shows what we went through, you know, and it actually does have some bullet points because they knew it was going to come out this year. So a few years later, but they have some bullet points of what now is happening and where people are when they made the documentary, which is pretty unique.
Yeah, for sure. It's even got amazing stories in there about like the 1952 Mickey Mantle rookie card. You know, why did that card sell for $12 million, but no Mickey Mantle card ever has sold anywhere close to that? And it's so crazy how, you know, the story in the documentary, they talk about how Topps took all of their cases in their warehouse and they dumped it in the bottom of the ocean. And so they destroyed most of the 1952 Mickey Mantle rookie cards. And like, you hear stories like that and you're like, oh, that's why it goes so much, because there's just not any available. But they do talk about a lot of non-sports. They talk about the future of the hobby. They talk about content creators, and it goes behind the scenes on a lot of content creators, some of the best ones in the industry.
Well, and it also talks about channels that just open boxes to open, and then other breakers out there that break, you know, and different cards that have been pulled that were 101s or just really big cards.
Yeah.
And in an instance where it was talking about the Danny Pokemon girl that she has over 100,000 subscribers, I found out on her YouTube channel. And she's opened cards for 10 years since she was a kid. And she has videos for when she was a little kid, just opening these rare years of Pokemon, you know, and she never really bought the cards to sell. She bought the cards. She liked them when she was a kid. So it actually is pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of like me and Michael, how we open cards for you guys and for our viewers to see, you know,
It's for us too.
It is.
Yeah. Them too, and
Yeah,
us. You want to say that? Yeah.
not just living vicariously through
Right.
us,
Right.
we enjoy it as well.
Yeah. Logical Chaos 11. Great point. Great point. I mean, when prices are down, phenomenal time to buy. It really is. Really is.
Yeah, and they said something about there was a guy in there that when people were entering the hobby, when prices were higher than they are now,
Yeah.
is it a good time to enter? Well, it just depends. Like if you're entering for the long game, it probably was a okay time to enter. Yeah. But right now, how prices are kind of at the leveling stage right now, and there's new sets coming out. Right now is perfect to come in and check something new. If you're used to sports cards, or if you're used to Pokemon, coming into something new like Marvel, it's pretty fun. So
Yeah.
I don't know, Michael. What do you think yourself with this documentary that was out? What are some of your final points in your opinion, on how this documentary could affect if people are more aware of it?
Ask the question again. Didn't quite follow.
Basically, what are your thoughts now after seeing the actual documentary and new hobbyists or new collectors or investors coming in right now?
Well, I mean, I've been heavily involved in trading cards since like the early 90s, and I watched this documentary and I got so excited because guys and gals in this documentary, I'm doing and I've done what they've done, but on such a smaller level than what they're doing. I mean, I watched their operation, PWCC, Probstein, Burbank Sports Cards, and I'm looking at, 300 employees scanning cards, listing cards, selling cards, and I'm thinking, my little operation, this is great. Like they're doing it on a whole nother level, and so I got excited about that because I could relate to it a lot. But what really got me the most excited more than that was the all of the things that they said that insinuated and meant growth, that meant not just prices going up, not just our collectibles rising in value, but just more people getting involved, popularity increasing. They made a really good point in there. Josh Luber made a good point. He was talking about non-sports cards, and he was talking about, the importance of, let's say, of a sports card from a certain decade, right? You take the top sports cards from the 80s or the top sports cards from the 70s, right? Or the 60s, right?
Yep.
And you look at what those players did, you look at how many people liked them, you looked at their popularity, and you compare that to non-sports people like Jimi Hendrix or Martin Luther King or whoever you want to say from certain decades that impacted the planet, right? And if you think about it, Josh, this is all stuff Josh is saying, I mean, if you think about it though, that's incredible to think about investing in some of these non-sports cards of people that in comic book characters and things that affected the world at such a high level, just as much, if not more, than these sports players. And their cards are bringing in so much more money than a lot of the non-sports yet. And his whole point was most non-sports cards are very, 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 very undervalued if we're looking at it from that aspect, So, and that was encouraging to me. Like I've never done this for the money until the last few years. And now I do it for fun and for money, depending on the card. But
it's something to think about. When Pokemon came into play in 1999, it wasn't huge into trading cards and the prices of what those cards would be graded. It was all about, when it came out, it was all about playing the game for a lot of people. And it was actually a community that they grew to a point where, like Magic the Gathering or any other TCG, you just had developed a community. And it just wasn't until and some of the old school, anybody that knows cards, they graded some Pokemon cards and got it graded. And I think there's that, I can't remember his name, but it's King Pokemon is who
King
they call
Pokemon.
him, right?
That was it. Yeah. Yeah.
And he sold a card to Aoki and sold a card to what's that wrestling dude's name? Like, I always forget his name.
I don't know.
The Pokemon illustrator.
Logan Paul.
Yeah, Logan Paul. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just can't think of it for a second.
Yeah,
but no,
yeah.
just big influencers that were that bought it from that King Pokemon guy. Because that King Pokemon guy, if nobody knows, and it was actually part of this documentary that this happened. It showed him go into Pawn Stars, and he was trying to sell all of his PSA 10 Charizards to Rick for Pawn Stars for $500,000. And when this whole episode was happening, after he went to Pawn Stars, and when Logan Paul was going to him and when Aoki was going to him, his collection was $7.5 million worth instead of the 500,000 that he offered to Rick at that time. So it's interesting to see that some of these people that have been in it for quite some time, they know the value. They think the value is there. And we all can't speculate and know exactly what can happen with markets. And that's kind of what Josh Luber says. We really don't know what's going to happen. Like, I'm not going to sit there and tell you there's going to be a crash when I have no clue. Nobody knows. Right.
Yeah.
And so it's just interesting to me that Pokemon, where it was at that time, before everything was big and all that stuff, this last few years, and before people started grading more and more, it was just a trading card group, right?
Yeah.
So with Marvel cards, there's just sky's the limit in my understanding, in my opinion. But at the same time, it could not go anywhere, and I don't care because I love the cards.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And the whole documentary, at the end of it, I was like, man, I wish they would have talked about Beckett more, because Beckett holds a lot of the records in a lot of sales. And last year alone, they had 200 or 300 million invested in their company. And so, like, Beckett's strong, and they had a couple of pictures in there, but
yeah,
that was the only thing that I was like,
they mentioned a few prices and then showed a couple cards. So referencing.
They did, but I'm a Beckett guy, but it was everything about the documentary was amazing. It really was.
Yeah. It's just a fun watch for sure.
It is.
And me and Michael wanted to just have kind of a laid back week where we didn't have really much of a plan other than just kind of talking about this hobby and seeing it if anybody had any questions. But pretty soon here, if there are no questions, we'll just open up a box of Marvel cards with you guys and have some fun.
That's it. Yeah.
So, let's see what Syke is saying. So Syke Donnelly, he actually was one of our guests just a bit back. And Syke opened a Moon Knight box, and he has a wonderful story background. I won't go too much into it, but Joe, go check that episode out where he opened up a box of Moon Knight cards, and he'll discuss with you. He discusses what he's been through, and has to do with just a little bit of mental illness or just mental health in general. Me and Michael have always supported and will always support any sort of well-being, mental well-being to anybody anybody that has stress and high anxiety. My younger brother, if you guys know, he had bipolar, and he passed away a few years back. And so I know a little bit about it as well. But at the same time, just anybody that is in the hobby, and in any mental state, everybody's in a different mental state at any time. And you never know what mental state someone's in, right?
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Yeah.
And the John of M, his mental state is a little off right now because he said, "Why is Spider-Man better than Wolverine?"
You know
Well,
what's
I mean,
funny is we had a discussion about this just recently.
he's better than Wolverine at slinging webs and jumping, but is he better at, killing?
You know, if you really want to know, there is a great video coming out on one of our friends' channels, and it's Last Pack Magic, Graydon. He interviews me as a Wolverine collector, and I will tell you what I think about Wolverine versus Spider-Man on that. So go check that out.
That's awesome. That is
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Robert is a new friend in here, and he and Syke have been back and forth on some comments. I'm liking it. Beta Ray Bill and Wonder Man. I think it'll be nice. I like
it when we hear people collecting characters that are uncommon,
Yeah.
Yeah. Super cool, super unique.
It's really cool to see that. I mean, I don't always collect Wolverine. I have love for Spider Woman.
Mhm.
So those who don't know, I do have a little collection of Spider Woman cards. So fun.
Mhm.
Michael has a collection outside of Wolverine in sets, so he collects sets. So Jem Minsom, actually. So, oh, you know what? I do want to actually say something. So Michael won't say this because he is not. He's like one of the most humble guys you'll meet. But he was in his local paper just recently, and someone interviewed him. And I would love to bring up the article if he gave me permission, but I
That's
those
fine.
who want to check it out, it's a pretty cool thing because he actually got interviewed just as a local business in his hometown, right, Michael? Is that correct?
And it went statewide on the on all the papers digitally. So
That's
I don't
awesome.
know. It was fun. It was good to do. The interviewer, her name is Liz. She was really sweet. Asked a lot of good questions, and kind of went through the history. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Well, that's awesome. If I had an ability to get it up, I could, but again, I'm having some internet issues, so.
No problem.
But go check it out, guys. I will probably put a link in this video to go check that article out because it is really cool. And yeah, so I think Michael, you're gonna do a little video on that. I'm gonna make you do it. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sounds good.
You don't have a choice.
Hey, that's fine. Just do what I'm told.
You're fine. But no, I want to let everybody know that Michael probably has one of the biggest BGS Marvel collections out there that we know of. He's actually just recently been open public about it. He has been more of a black hole. The last 3 years ago, he was more black hole than anything, but now he's out with his YouTube channel, Cool Cards, and you definitely need to know that is a big thing for me to be part of and have him as a joint co-host on a Friday night show. So thank you, Michael.
Hey, thanks for having me, buddy. No, I mean, I went on the PSA registry and different companies' registries, and I really think I've got the largest graded Marvel collection in the world. But if there is anybody out there that has a huge collection, message me, because if you've got a bigger collection than me,
Yeah,
we're going to be best friends and we're going to trade some cards. So,
but
I
with
just haven't seen it yet. But it's
and that's the thing is I think Michael has the biggest one currently right now, as of what the hobby knows, graded wise.
Yeah, great.
There may be other people out there that have a lot more Marvel cards than Michael, for sure. But as far as grading goes, I don't think so, Michael. So
yeah,
but
you
please
never
speak
know.
up if you do, because we don't know.
You never know. Yeah, there could be somebody hiding and not putting any of their cards on a registry, and
Exactly.
they've got tens of thousands. So,
Well, Michael, I mean, I don't want to bore everybody to the point where people are going to start leaving. So,
No
what
doubt.
kind of Marvel card box could we open to give the guests and the viewers some action tonight?
I'm going to do a 2000 X-Men. Put up on the stage here. There we go.
Oh, okay.
2000 X-Men. And it's going to have clear clings, X-foil cards, and I think there was one more, maybe not.
You know, you could have, is this the 2000 Tops
Mm-hmm.
series? Oh, so you could get an autograph card out of this, couldn't you?
It's possible.
It is possible.
I do believe it's possible. So I'll go ahead and start ripping into this.
Okay, let's do it. So this is a movie set, guys, from the 2000s. So very first X-Men movie that Hugh Jackman starred in, that now 10 years later, we're seeing, well, a lot more years later, not just 10, 14, 24 years later, we're going to be seeing Wolverine again. And why I said 10 is because it's the 10th movie that Hugh Jackman is playing Wolverine.
And if anybody wants this poster, first person to put in the comments that they want the poster, I'll mail it to you for free.
Look at that, guys.
Yeah, pretty cool poster too.
All
Right
you
on
got to
the
do is say claim.
Yeah. Okay.
I actually, Michael, I own every single autograph out of this set except for Bryan Singer.
That is really, really awesome. Really awesome.
They're not graded yet, but they will be graded with Beckett soon.
Keyword yes, right? All right. Yeah, these are all scenes from the movie. And
So we know that some of these can be bricked, but this one doesn't seem that way. So that's good.
not bricking, but you do have to peel the card off. Thank goodness it's not. All right, Vintage Lord Canada, I got you. He claimed it, so it's his.
But don't send it to him. Send it to me because I still have his package.
Okay.
So Dan, you're gonna have to wait for another package, and then I can send your package. Oh, he just said send it to Josh.
There we go.
What's up, Swish Rips? How's it going, buddy? Our boy Swish Rips.
Yep.
Pre-Juice Jackman card. Let's do that. Yeah. Hugh Jackman, you could get one. Better yet, we could get a Patrick Stewart.
Thanks again for the recommendation on the camera, buddy. I'm liking it better than my phone, for sure.
Well, yes, no, thank you for getting it because it just makes our videos that much better.
They're coming in pretty clear on your end. They look okay.
Yeah, they actually are. Yeah, if you turn it, yeah, there you go. Yep, great. Your lighting looks okay. I'm not going to complain about it tonight.
No complaints is good. I like that. I think the angle that I've got it at is working with the lighting.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
that.
great.
Yeah. So awesome. And they are not bricking, but they are sticking a little bit. That's okay.
I can hear it. I can hear a bit.
No damage to the cards, even though you hear the
Yeah. Ooh, I like that. That's the
yeah,
checklist,
it's pretty
right?
sweet. That's the
No,
number.
what is that? The promo, right?
Number one card.
Okay, number one card. Okay.
Yeah. That is cool.
Yeah, that was a cool card.
I like it.
You have that Gem Mint, that card?
No.
These, that would be a cool card to get.
It really would be. Yeah, these are sometimes really tough to gem, but
oh yeah, Primal. It's a good one.
Pre-juiced Wolverine. That's good.
Yeah, this is just making me want to watch the new movie coming out this year. So
there's a new movie coming out.
Yeah. Michael and myself have to watch that together somehow.
Yep. I'm going to probably watch it 3 to 4 times in the theater. So.
Yeah. I told my kids I'd take them to the midnight showing. So we'll see.
Oh, fun. This is.
That is an insert, right?
Yep.
That is a cool insert there.
It's a clear, clean. I used to test things out, and I would peel the coating off and then try to send it in to get graded, and it doesn't work as good if you just leave the coating on. But so look how unique this is. I mean, that's just an awesome card.
Yeah, that's very unique.
I mean, it is a naked woman on top of that, you know. So, it is.
Oh gosh, it is. It is. It is.
But she's painted, so we're good. We're good.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I actually have the full set of the little tiny square lenticular cards.
Oh yeah,
from this set, but I don't think the lenticular cards were put into the packs, right?
They were not.
Yeah,
those grade really well, really well. The little mini 3D lenticulars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, do they treat that like the if you were to send in, well, I guess it just depends on who you grade it with, but with BGS, is it a smaller slab or is it the same size slab as a card?
Same size slab.
Okay.
And they'll just frame it up in the middle with the plastic borders to keep it from moving with the inner sleeve.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll make the inner sleeve smaller to keep
sense.
To keep it stable. Yeah.
That was a cool photo of Sabretooth. Now, I've been told, and I saw pictures that this actor that played Sabretooth is actually going to be in the new Deadpool movie, and it might actually show a decapitation. So,
wow, that'd be pretty neat. Wow.
It is going to be rated R.
Yeah. Oh, I want to talk real quick about PSA buying SGC.
Oh, yes, we can do that too. We will touch on that. Yes.
Yeah, I saw some friends of mine post on Instagram some things like how Beckett might be reacting, like they might not be too happy about it. And I actually contacted Beckett and I said to my contact, Mike Gardner is my contact there. And I said, Mike, what are your thoughts on this? Are y'all worried? Are you happy? You know, tell me what your thoughts are. And by the way, this is an X foil insert card.
It is a foil insert, isn't it? That's really great. Femke.
Yeah. And he said they think it's going to be a good thing for them. And they've got some surprises coming out as well. But I mean, there's going to be some of those SGC, committed followers that love SGC that didn't like PSA for whatever reason, that are going to go to CGC or Beckett. So I would think that CGC and Beckett might pick up some business just from that one move alone.
That's true.
That'd be my thought,
Yeah, Tyler Main is the Sabretooth.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, no, I was on a chat that this news came out fresh the night before I was talking to you about it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember what that night it is. Is it Wednesday night or was it Thursday night? It was one of those nights. But the night the news came out, Neo Sports Cards, Sports and Comics, Neo Cards and Comics, I guess is his channel. He was talking about it. He had over 200 people in chat in the live stream. And some of them were talking about rumors of Fanatics, how they should go and buy Beckett.
I wouldn't be upset at that at all.
I don't think so. Yeah. I think Josh Luber would be good. But
and I don't, they said in the documentary that Josh Luber was no longer.
He might have left.
Yeah, Fanatics. He might have left Fanatics doing something different, but
doing something else.
Either way, he put Fanatics, I think, on a path of
I think he did
phenomenal success.
Yeah.
I really like Josh a lot.
I remember seeing that last part too. So
yeah.
And me and Michael do have a video that will come out shortly of some graded BGS cards that he has, as well as some of my cards that he was able to do for
These-
me as well.
These are the boxes that we're going to do a grade reveal. These are straight from Beckett. These 2 boxes.
That's going to be fun.
They came in yesterday, and I've been texting Josh every 5 minutes.
We have been trying to get together, but
we'll get it. We'll
had
get
a
it.
busy couple days.
You have. Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it soon.
So, yeah, watch out for that, guys. It's
Yeah.
going to be cool.
There's some really good cards in there. Definitely going to be selling some of them and trading and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fun stuff too, to me, if you watch the breaks, the live breaks or the live shows, a lot of times, if you're a collector or whatever, you're going to have first access to those cards before they go on eBay, before they go to the Facebook groups or wherever, right?
Correct.
So
Yep.
to me, that's an advantage for anybody hunting cards or wanting cards.
Yeah, I mean, most of the cards that you'll probably see of my cards in the reveal that we'll have are my PC cards, or some cards that me and Michael are talking about trading. But any breaks that are out there, it's a great time to see a live if there's any lives to get the first dibs at them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
First
if
dibs
they're
are
for
fun.
sale.
That's it.
Sorry. Cool.
Insert. Let's see what this is.
Another insert, huh?
Mm-hmm. Sabertooth.
Looks like Logical Chaos. He says he's going to pick up his first stack of pre-grade submissions. He's going to pre-grade. Local guy got about 10 back out of 35. He thinks would have a good shot at a PSA 10. Oh, great. That's awesome.
Congrats. That is awesome.
How about a Beckett Pristine Black Label?
Sold. Yes.
Yeah, right.
Love some black labels.
Grabbing them tomorrow and turning my first stack. Oh, cool. That'll be fun for you, Logical.
Whoa, almost dropped it. Don't want to do that.
Nope, don't want to do that. Yeah, those are some of. Now those are the clear,
The
clear one.
clear cling.
Yeah.
Clear. Yep.
Are there ones that like are magnets as well?
Not in here.
Okay, so those have a different feel to them, don't they?
They really do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whole
They're
different.
almost like a bendable card.
Yeah. They're super easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So again, we're opening 2,000 tops. This is a movie set.
And every now and then these boxes are bricked, but this one is not.
Yeah.
They're just kind of sticking, but thank goodness no damage.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
There's Toad. Toad. I can't wait to see so many cameos that we're going to see in this next Deadpool 3 movie.
Right? Yeah.
I've heard Toad could be one. So there's just a lot.
Well, I'm watching it if Toad's in it. I'm hooked.
Definitely that guy has some rumor mill coming. So
Yep.
him and Sir Ian McKellen.
And I think whoever saw this at the time, I mean, this was the year 2000. It was pretty epic graphics and it was really cool at the time. I mean, nothing compared to today, but at the time I was impressed.
Well, I was too, and I was a huge fan.
Yeah.
Logical Chaos said it was a poorly done character as Toad was, but you know what? He still was in there, and it still was funny. To me, it was.
Look how much he's evolved.
Dude, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And what's funny is I actually read something about that same kind of photo that during the first part of the filming of that,
Mm-hmm.
He hadn't started working out yet because he just came from one of the Broadway shows, right? And so he was just thrown into that. And so it wasn't until 2 or 3 weeks into the filming that
Uh-huh.
he actually got a little bit buffer. It was kind of
Didn't know
funny
that.
the way they explained it.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah. Come on. I'm sorry. I actually, like, before they announced Hugh Jackman was going to be in it and we heard from Ryan Reynolds,
Mm-hmm.
I would have to say in 2021, I was talking about Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. And that he would just, it wasn't a matter in my mind as if he would. It's a matter of when he was going to again, is what I thought.
Yeah, I remember reading about why Hugh Jackman really wanted to stop playing Wolverine, and he said he's tired of eating chicken. I always thought that was funny. Basically the whole diet workout thing for 20 whatever, 20 years. So
Oh wow, look at that. So there was Dougray Scott was originally going to play Wolverine, and he quit the film 2 weeks before filming he started. So
wow,
Sykes pretty good about some of the film industry.
he would know.
He would.
Yeah, he was involved in it, and still
Yeah.
is, I think.
And
Yeah.
he's sat down and met Tom Hardy, and that's pretty cool because Tom Hardy is a really cool Venom.
I love Tom Hardy.
He's made a name for himself being Venom. I feel so it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Yep, Hugh Jackman came right over from Broadway, like you said, and worked out on the set.
Wow.
So he confirmed what I said. That's great. Thank you, Psych. I'm glad that you're opening this set because it's just a really fun set. It's a set that not every Marvel card collector likes to open movie cards, but me and Michael like both, and this is just a cool precursor to when Deadpool 3 will come out, right?
Yeah.
So,
I love movie cards, man. I
oh
really,
yeah.
yeah.
Our buddy Graydon at Last Pack Magic, go to his channel tomorrow. He's going to open up another box. So if we don't pull an auto, we hope he does.
Yeah. Let's both pull one, right?
Yeah, let's do that.
And there's those those hot boxes or hot packs in sports where
Seek. I'm so sorry. I know it's Seek. I wasn't thinking. Sorry. I'm calling him Psych. It's Seek.
yeah, if you're just looking at the chat and it just looks like, yeah, I get it.
It did. I know his name just in general because like we've talked, but sorry, Seek.
Here's one of the top inserts besides the autos. This one, obviously, nice Wolverine. Yeah. And
We
it's
need
got
to pre-order Deadpool and Wolverine trading cards releasing in 2026. I hope it doesn't take that long for them to release those, but
yeah, that'll be some fun cards to buy and collect and open.
I'm hoping it's going to be released in 2025. Hopefully, we'll see. I think they do want Hugh Jackman as an auto, or I don't know if it'd be worth having the set, to me.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan Reynolds, both of them. Nice. Well, pizza delivered, and they're like, "Is Psych home?"
Yeah. Got to separate these without damaging them.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah. Sweet Mystique. Yeah, I like these.
There are 3 different comic series starting in the next 5 months that'll both have Wolverine and Deadpool in it. Well,
Wow.
it's a smart move. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I have them all on a pull list with my local shop. That's cool, man. I actually want the 15 issues of the 50th anniversary of Wolverine. Then they homage different comic covers, play homage to them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that Wolverine cover. Deadpool's got his swords through Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what number it is, but I had that in a CGC 9.8 a couple of years ago and sold it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to see Wolverine covers I like, and I purchase the comic book a lot of the time. So
Yep.
I'm weak.
Yep.
I mainly collect Marvel cards, but if I see a comic that the art is so amazing, I'll get it. And the whole reasoning behind it, or my goal is to get it graded down the line. And I love when it's like Andy Kubert or Adam Kubert, when you can actually send it into a CGC signing. That's just even more amazing.
Yep.
No, you're good, bud. Variant. I got it. I got you. I love variant covers. I think Logical said this. I think he said this to me. I can't remember who I was talking to. I think it was you, Logical, where we were talking about virgin covers and how I like virgin covers too, where you don't see any of the comic wording or anything like that. You just see the art. That's a virgin cover.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Moon Knights of some variants of Moon Knights too. That's cool. I mean, my buddy Jeremiah Novak gave me 2 signed copies of Predator versus Wolverine, and that was just amazing.
That is cool. I like that. There's the Magneto clear cling.
Ooh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
nice. I like it.
All right, 2 more packs.
All right, man. Good luck.
Appreciate
Have
it.
an option, or sorry, we still have a chance.
Still a chance. That was such a cool scene. Young Magneto. Love that.
Nice Sabretooth here. Wasn't me, but I agree. Sounds like Jeremiah. It could have been Jeremiah. Well, I couldn't remember who it was that I was talking about the virgin covers.
Maybe there's an auto. Maybe. We'll see. If not, just have to open more, right?
Yeah, we went to the Culture Collision back in 2022, and I opened this box right there.
Mm-hmm.
Or it was either Culture Collision or Dallas Card Show. I think it might have been Dallas Card Show now. And we did some box openings, and this was one of the boxes. And halfway into the box, I let Spidey open it,
Mm-hmm.
and half my cards were bricked.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And so Spidey was throwing them all over the place. It's like, oh, that one's trash. I mean, he wasn't saying trash, but he was saying, oh, no, that one's not good. That one's not good. And I was like, what if one of those packs is an auto? You got to be careful with that. It was hilarious. It was really, really late. So we actually had spicy Spidey that night.
Spicy Spidey. Love it.
Yeah.
I like Spicy Spidey.
I do too. Wolverine foil. That's a good one.
That was a good one, no doubt.
Professor X foil. That's a good one too.
Yeah. So that is, so there'll probably be one gem X foil and one gem clear cleaning, if I remember correctly from these boxes.
Okay.
Yeah, which is great. Couple
Yep.
of inserts, that gem. Now the base, there's probably 20 or more gems of those.
Ooh,
So
okay.
yep, no bricking. So we're good. So that was the box. It is a fun box. It's a good box if you like X-Men, for sure.
You guys know about the Halle Berry auto for the set? Yes, legend has it. Halle was sick and couldn't sign. The cards were made, and a few got out. Top's back door. Took me years to find one. Oh wow.
I love that story. I think
Yeah.
it's true. I've read that several
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was 11 that was put into the set. I think it was 11 right?
I don't remember the total in the set.
I think it's 11 with 11 or 12. It's either 11 or 12 with Bryan Singer as one of the rarer ones with Professor X.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
the short printed ones of the autos are Professor X and Bryan Singer. And then obviously Wolverine's one of the most popular. And what's funny is Anna Paquin, Rogue, is actually going for higher amount, like $400-$500.
Wow.
I at least saw some sales or saw a couple the eBays and stuff, and it was really everything else was selling for like 50 or 100, and even Jean Grey's Femke, those sell for like 150 or so. But no, that's pretty cool to see some of these autos. And when Deadpool 3 comes out and there's a bunch of cameos, that's only going to just make people want these cards even more.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was fun, Michael. I appreciate you having this little box for us after our little discussion we had. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me and Michael tonight. We definitely are going to have some content coming up for you guys. At least some. I think a lot of viewers have mentioned several times that they do like when we do the BGS reveals or the grade reveals, and so we want to keep on bringing those to you guys. Because anything that we can do to make you give you more content, that's great. But it also gives us more cards to grade. to get graded.
Right. Yeah.
So no, appreciate everybody. Do you have anything, Michael?
Just want to say Seek is correct when he said there's a puzzle on the back of the clear clings of the inserts from this. Yep, there is.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, there is.
And yeah, just piggyback on what you're saying. I appreciate everybody in the chat. If you saw any cards that you want, just message me directly. I might send them to you for free. We might trade some stuff. So if you see anything you like, let me know.
For sure. Thanks, guys. He's going to live 125 years old. Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's funny is I think I don't know exactly when this came up, but Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart, they both said that they were done and never doing a show after Logan. And I think just with the hype and with things that happened, it just makes more sense to bring Patrick Stewart, at least to have a cameo in this movie. Just
well, they had a break. They had a long enough break, right?
Yeah. I think so.
Can you imagine the peer pressure? You get Ryan Reynolds and who knows how many other superstars calling you like, come
Seriously.
on, Hugh, come on, Patrick, let's do it.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again, guys, for hanging out with us. Also on YouTube, we're actually going to revamp maybe a little bit of YouTube. We might actually rename it Marvel Bros and Friends with cool cards and madness. So we'll see what happens. But I think definitely having Facebook in here from now on. I think it'll be fun for anybody that's in the community that wants to do that. So
For sure.
okay. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys, on Cool Cards channel, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't. And look out for some videos to come pretty soon here on grade reveal, and we're just gonna have fun. So, guys, have a good night. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for watching.